Under the surface, the opposite was true. The islands were never isolated, and the species that inhabit the coasts are the same as those present on the continent, and there is a continuous exchange between different groups. In fact, many of the animals that inhabit these waters do not stay here all year round. They have their own migratory cycles, which can take them in some cases to the other side of the ocean. The water temperature is lower than might be expected because of the geographical position of the islands. The Canaries' cold current is responsible for this. It comes from the north, crosses the archipelago, and turns towards the Americas. It forms part of the Gulf Stream, which crosses the Atlantic clockwise from the Sargasso Sea to Spain and North Africa. The same current that Christopher Columbus used on his voyage of discovery to America in 1492. In these cold waters, zooplankton and phytoplankton have found a suitable habitat where they can develop. The sea fills up with microscopic life and so becomes an enormous food store for marine fauna. Fish, mollusks, and crustaceans of all species live together in an ecosystem that owes its existence almost entirely to the water temperature. As the islands rose up from the depths, reefs were created and a new ecosystem appeared in the ocean. The marine flora found new ground on which to settle, and the fauna found countless nooks and crannies where it could set up home and be safe from predators. The layer nearest the surface, and therefore also nearest the sun, was the most populated. Some garden eels appear out of the sandy bottom between Lanzarote and Fuerteventura. These are the most easterly islands and are the only ones that share the same coastal platform. This has led some people to suggest that they may have a continental origin. The rest of the islands, however, are isolated, and there are enormous abysses between them which reach depths of up to 3,000 meters. They are not anchored on the continental platform and lie instead on the thin oceanic crust. The Canaries' current effect is not only noticeable in marine flora and fauna. On the surface too it leaves its mark. The ocean reduces the temperatures and fills the trade winds with humidity. Like the current, these winds come in from the northeast. As they break on the slopes of the volcano, the air is forced up and cools down. The water condenses and clouds appear. With the arrival of the clouds, the islands receive one of their most priceless goods, water. The importance of the trade winds is such that on the same mountain, the windward side receives twice as much rainfall as the leeward side. Something similar occurs with altitude. Above cloud level, there is less than 400 millimeters of rainfall a year, whereas below the clouds, this figure can easily be over 800 millimeters.